I'm going through called the Self-Expression Leadership course that's being done through Landmark Education. And the goal of it is to light you up to take action in whatever you're passionate about. And what I'm passionate about is children's health and the health of adults today in growing up and not having to deal with chronic diseases. The reason I'm so passionate about this is 8 years ago, I weighed 220 pounds. I had so many health issues. I suffered with chronic allergies. I had knee, back, and shoulder pain that the doctors had no answers for me. And I thought that was the way life was going to be. That was it. I was going to be in chronic pain. Well, today, 6-year-old children are suffering from diseases that adults suffered from 20 years ago, which is obesity, diabetes. Some are even having heart disease at 6 years old. And the thing that I want to do here is I want to go back into the schools and I want to educate children at the ages of even at 5 years old the importance of fruits and vegetables and where our food comes from. I don't know if you ever heard of Jamie Oliver. He had a show called Food Revolution. He went back into Virginia, into an elementary school with a whole table full of produce. And he held out one thing after another, tomatoes, beets, onions, carrots. The children could not name what those vegetables were. One of the other episodes he goes to is you have high school students. And they're asking high school students, where does macaroni come from? They thought it came from a cow, because of macaroni and cheese. And there were several other questions he asked them. So now, the reason I want to do this is because I see people suffering every day. I go to the Walmart pharmacy, they're throwing things off the shelf faster than people can come in and line up and get them. But a lot of those ailments that people are dealing with today are self-induced through our food system. And so my project consists of 3 components. The first one is called a curriculum called Nutrition Detectives. And my goal is to have elementary schools. I already have one elementary school that's willing to adopt this program in August. And I'm going to boys and girls clubs, I'm going to the YMCA, I'm going to the gyms in this area. I'm going to any organization that is working with children that we can just squeeze this education in. And the program is a 90-minute program. And what it does is it teaches kids to examine the food labels and what is in the food. And not just to go by the hype. You know, you go in the grocery store and you go, I saw that on TV. I think I'll buy that. That's going to be very good. They said it was healthy. Well, you know, you eat it and an hour later you got a headache. And if you don't put 2 and 2 together, that you just go, oh, I got a headache, I'll go grab an aspirin. So, but you're not understanding that you induced that headache by what you ate. The second, so the Nutrition Detectives allows the kids to learn that. And there's also a program that they take home. So there's a whole assignment they take home to their parents, and they go through their cupboards and look at the foods that are in their cupboards. The second component is just a basic handout for kids that their attention span is not very good, but they like to color or they like to draw. And it's just a basic handout that talks about what's an orange. It's a fruit. You know, it has vitamin C, it tells you some benefits of it, so you can teach the kids that the fruits and vegetables are going to help their body. How many remember Popeye? You know, how did he save the day? Spinach, right? You can remember that, and your mom would always go, hey, Popeye ate this, right? Use it to help you eat your spinach. So that's another way that I can get kids that just like to color or whatever. There's several sheets. Now the other thing is all this curriculum has been donated by a doctor named Dr. David Katz. He and his wife put this program together. And it comes with a DVD and PowerPoint presentations and teacher's manuals, and all the resources are free to the schools or the organization that wants to implement this program. Now the third component is a tower guard. There is a science teacher in New York. He has a program called the Bronx Green Machine. And what he did was he brought in a tower garden in his classroom, and they began to start having the kids start growing plants, right? And helping them understand where their food is coming from. And then he also did a whole strip of a garden down the middle of one of the streets in the Bronx. But the beauty of this program is, with the tower garden, is the kids' attendance went from 30% to 90%. And this is all ages in this school where they had this program. So now, I'm not an aficionado on health, but I am so excited about trying to get this epidemic to stop. You know, when I was a kid, you didn't hear about, kids. Most of the kids around were not obese. Most of the kids around were not dealing with diabetes or heart disease. So I would welcome you. I have handouts here. If you know of an organization that is working with children, I plead with you to let me at least come and do a presentation for them about how this program can help their kids and their parents live a healthy lifestyle and stop this epidemic of disease, not just for their children, but for their parents. And they can leave a healthy legacy. I didn't get that growing up. We didn't look at what was in our food, but then we didn't have the chemicals in our food that we have today. And the shortcuts that are taking are actually causing Americans their lives. So please help me to get this project out there.